Hi, everybody. Craig here. Welcome to episode 17 of my 3 vs 5 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, myself and 2 AI teammates set to Lord difficulty are up against a team of 5 AI set to Emperor difficulty. In this series, I'm playing as the Frostling Theocrat, Falsor Frostscroll. In our last episode, we got ourselves into another interesting situation. So we were able to capture the city of Lugar, which you can see right here. It's a Tigran metropolis, and it was the throne city of my Tigran opponent. Let's just find who it is here. Burma Rascratch, the Tigran Theocrat. So we were able to capture the city using Falsor and his main group. And you can see Falsor here. Here's his main army that we've been kind of using all the way through. We were able to take the city, and now we're in a bit of an interesting spot because as we were doing this, the other throne city that we had captured, which belonged to Zlasor Origin of Sobek, our Lizardman warrior opponent, is now about to be attacked by what you can see here are a bunch of very strong outlaw units that are presumably the ones coming from this dwelling here. And you can see another group led by a Archdruid hero, some additional outlaw units coming in. So we've kind of got a bit of an interesting situation that we're going to have to resolve this episode. Now, before I dive in, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments is from Insert Username. Insert had some great clarification for me regarding a comment I had made in the last episode. Insert pointed out that evangelists gain Denounce Heretic as an upgrade when they hit the silver medal rank. I had been a little bit confused about that last episode, so let me just double check and kind of point that out here. Let's see. Just got to find a group that has... Actually, I think, yeah, our army here has them. So here's an example of an evangelist. Let's just take a look. There you can see at the silver medal or expert rank, you get Denounce Heretic. And of course, that's the ability here that marks the target unit as a heretic until the end of battle, and that means that devout units will deal extra damage to them. So that can be a really powerful ability, and I appreciate Insert just kind of clarifying that. Insert also mentioned that I should probably use Falsor's group. I think I had asked at the end of last episode kind of what you guys thought I should do with it. And Insert is suggesting that I could take Falsor's group here and at least finish off this army that's led by this Theocrat leader here, as well as a few other units here. But really, they don't have any support, so I could definitely step out and take them on and try to, at least thin this out. That would help me continue to whittle down the Burma's units so that hopefully I don't get, grouped up on and attacked right away again. So the more of these units I'm able to kind of thin out before they can group up, the better. And I think that's a really good point from Insert. And really, I mean, you look at this stack, it's got a couple of decent units here, like the Theocrat hero, a decent evangelist, and a fairly strong Epsilon warrior. But then we've got some cherubs, so really nothing too crazy. I should be able to handle it. Insert also mentioned that flow rock quarries are going to be helpful for me when I'm thinking about making shrines, and that's shrines of smiting, that is. And to that note, my dwarven city here does happen to have a flow rock quarry that I can make the flow rock citadel from. And so were I to want to crank out some really powerful shrines of smiting, my dwarven city might be a good spot to do that. The only thing, though, is that I'm working on this enchanted armory to increase my armored units, and then I'm hoping I can clear out this Castle of the Lich King to get access to the Library of the Dark Arts, which would then give me access to Fear Strike on my infantry units. So that would make my infantry units extremely powerful. Looks like I would also get access to a Soul Harvester, which let me check out what that is. So I think this is a tier 3 unit. Undead, of course. Does have greater life drain, which could be pretty deadly. Might be worth trying them out, even though I don't have any real means to heal them. Just to, make one, just to get to see. Looks like they have 66 health, so pretty decent unit there. That might be kind of fun just to try out. But in any case, getting this would be great to improve my infantry. Then I could make some absolutely devastating Crusaders, or perhaps I could go and make the barracks, and then eventually the war hall, and then the racial specific building for the dwarves to make some really, really good tier 3 dwarven infantry that would, I'm sure, be devastating with all their upgrades from the enchanted armory and from the Castle of the Lich King. The next set of comments here is from Alptrom. Alptrom mentioned that cities that have a Master's Guild should be able to repair machines within the 7 tiles around the city, including that central tile, And in the case of a city that has a harbor, like here, you can see that Brunsund has that harbor. We should be able to heal our boats if they go to the harbor. Now, the only thing is I got to make sure. Yeah, I would have to make a Master's Guild before I'm able to do that. So currently, I don't have a great way to repair my boats, which is kind of unfortunate. Another thing that I could do, and that Albtron is pointing out, is that once I have a Master's Guild in a city, if I produce builders there, they end up with Repair Machine as an ability, and so I could throw one of them into a stack with the boats to do that as well. So I've got a few options, but currently I need to kind of figure out how best to do this in Brunsund, because at the moment, I don't have a great way to repair my boats that have taken damage. So just really good points there from Alptron, though. The next set of comments here is from Nolan Cook. Nolan pointed out that in regards to the situation I find myself in down here, I should probably abandon Arrowmont, because really I'm not going to be able to hold it against what's coming. I mean, we've got 3 Tier 3 support units, a Tier 2 cavalry, and then over here we've got a hero, 3 Tier 3 pikeman units, another Tier 2 cavalry, and really this group is the only thing I had that was in range to even get there to protect. And they're not going to be there for another 2 turns. Like, they're going to have to move here and then wait a whole nother turn and then get there. And in that intervening time, I'm sure that they're going to just move in and attack, because they're able to right now. So you can see both stacks can get in there in a single turn. So I think we'll probably have to, unfortunately, abandon Arrowmont and regroup. We can maybe send our rogue hero and his little group over to try to reinforce Falsor, get a bit of a foothold in the area before we branch out. Again, my mistake that I made here is I didn't reinforce Arrowmont. I tried to kind of do this on my own, and it's very hard when you just have a single stack with no support to really keep a sustained war effort going. It kind of reminds me of the board game Risk, if any of you have played it. When you're attacking, you're inevitably going to lose troops, and then you're also going to have to leave some of your troops behind on the areas that you've conquered, and eventually, if you do that, you're going to whittle down your army. So you have to have a very sizable force before you attack, and I think there's a good lesson in that, kind of generally for any sort of strategy-type game. However, I digress. Nolan also mentioned that, again, like I was saying, regrouping my troops to try to actually get a sustained war effort going with Falsor would be useful. So any troops I can get over to regroup with Falsor would be good. The next set of comments here is from My Brain Hurts. Brain also pointed out that Denounce Heretic is gained as a level up upgrade. So again, I appreciate that, because I was a little confused on it last episode. Brain also mentioned that Mark of Heretic, that spell that I was talking about last episode here, Mark of the Heretic, this one could be extremely useful for me in battle. Let me just actually here, hang on. Yeah, this the Mark of the Heretic would be very helpful as a way to basically, improve my devout unit's performance in battle and give me a huge leg up. So again, I think that's a really good idea. Brain also pointed out that just a general battle strategy reminder, and this is just kind of good general advice. Set up your tanks to, take that first hit, and preferably just one hit from the enemy forces that are going to come at you. So you set them right into the range of the enemy, but at the outer limit of the range. Put them in defense mode, let them soak up the hits, and then get your cavalry, support, and archers in right behind your tanks. And that way, as soon as the enemy has attacked, open themselves up, they're not in defense mode, your archers and support can hit them with the range damage over the top, and then your cavalry can flank around behind and get a charge bonus in for a brutal, devastating cavalry charge. So really, really good general advice, and just a good reminder all around. So thank you for that one, Brain. And then finally here we have some comments from Death. Death also agreed with the assessment to abandon Arrowmont, again, just to pan over. I just really don't think there's any way for me to hold it, sadly, so I think that's a good idea. And then also, Death suggested that that city that I got eyes on over here that's red, Death thought he maybe saw a crown, suggesting it's a throne city. Now, I don't see that, but I think it might still be worth me investigating to see what I can find out, because, I mean, if this did happen to be Edward's throne city, that would be, pretty amazing. I don't think it is. Again, I don't see the little crown hovering above it, but, maybe I missed it. In any case, I agree, though. I think it's good to investigate. As always, guys, a huge thank you for the excellent comments and suggestions and the advice. Very insightful and very helpful. But let's jump in and get started on the episode here. There's a lot to do, and I think it's going to be an exciting one. So, okay, now here's the big question. Do I want to at least maybe leave the priest there just for, you know, I don't really know what the point of that would be, but, you know, it would make it so they can't just take the city without at least a little battle happening. I don't know if there's any value. I mean, the other option would be I try to get my priest out of there and just save another unit. Because if I leave the priest there, the priest is almost certainly going to be killed. There's really no way I would avoid that. Let's see, what kind of damage does this do? Yeah, I mean, the water tower is not going to do enough for me to really, you know, benefit from it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my priest off and just completely abandon the city. Meanwhile, with my rogue and his little group, I'm going to head over and start trying to make it over to Falsor to regroup there. Now, let's get Falsor's army going. We will head over here and we will do exactly what we talked about, which is attack here. And what we're going to maybe see if we can do, let's see if we've got, only 40% spirit protection. So we might be able to get a conversion onto this Theocrat. Now let's see. Oh, dedicated to evil though. That's unfortunate. All right, maybe we'll try that instead. The Evangelist has mind control immunity, so we can try it on the Epsilon Warrior, I guess. Although being a Tigran is going to have that inherent spirit protection, which will make it harder. Ooh, Broken Spirit, okay. Hit me with some spells. Whoa. Now, what was that? Ooh, look at this. Okay, now we're up against Shadow Stalker, so that must have been an ability here. Let's take a look. Demonic Presence. Okay, that just scares your allies. Kind of a debuff. What was that ability there? Demonic Sacrifice. Sacrifices an ally to create a Shadow Stalker that lasts for 2 turns. Short range, 3 action points, can only be used once per battle. Now, what's interesting about that is that this unit is only going to be there for 2 turns, it sounds like. Not to mention, I'm really surprised they didn't... This hero didn't use it on, like, one of the cherubs or something, because that was a tier 3 unit, albeit a support unit, but still, like, that's kind of a waste. Oh well, though, hey, I'm not the one making that decision, and that kind of helps me out. So I think what we'll do then is we'll just kind of pull back. Let them come to us a little bit here. Let's throw on a heal. You know what? Actually, we can even... You know what? Let's step up like this, and then we can throw on regen on our clan guard as well. Now, our martyr is in really rough shape, so... Not really able to do a whole lot at the moment. So why don't we send the parade guard up? That, and the Crusader can just kind of step in here. I think the Martyr's just going to hang out. Okay, instant wrath going on to the Shadow Stalker. Okay, nice. We're tanking that damage pretty well. Yeah, and if we can just stay out of the Shadow Stalker's way, I think it's just going to disappear eventually, which would be kind of useful. All right, let's just do a defensive strike and kill off the Cherub. Perfect. And now we can start lighting the hero up for some good damage, so why don't we do that? There we go. Softening him up a bit. That's fine. One thing I would like to do is get my Martyr some experience. Nice, there's a good level up. And then let's see the Shadow Stalker's range. So if we were to step there, we could take a hit from him, unfortunately. So what I'd like to do, I think, is just move out of range of the Shadow Stalker. The only problem is I don't want to leave that hero there to just kind of have at me. Okay, maybe one thing I'll do then is I'll step up, at least do this. There we go. And then let's step on in here. Inspire our troops a little bit. And we will buff our parade guard. Okay, we're going to just let everybody sit in defense here. Let's see. Ooh, killed off my poor martyr. That's alright, though. Okay, yeah, so the Shadow Stalker just evaporated, which is totally fine. Fortunately, that Epsilon Warrior is in defense mode, so we're going to have lower odds. Yeah. Didn't think it was going to work, but hey, worth a try, I guess. Otherwise, here, let's just go charge into the hero. Do some big damage. Get the kill. No problem. Let these Epsilon warriors have it a little bit. And then we can get the finish right here. No problem. Our martyr should come back from the dead, and I believe keep the experience. Yes, and there we go. Now is a silver medal, so getting very close to getting an exalted, which would be fantastic. Okay, well, I don't see anybody else at the moment, so I guess now the question is, what do we... Ooh, and we get some items here. Let's see. Okay, it's just a holy symbol. Let's see if any of our other heroes could use that. Our warlord could. Actually, our other warlord could as well. Dreadnought has a few options. Our rogue could use it. Really, almost anybody. So let's just see who's closest besides the rogue. You know what? Let's just give it to the rogue because the rogue is so close. Okay. So one thing I could... I see another city up here, but one thing I could do is go grab the watchtower, but we don't have any more movement, so that's where we're going to have to sit. All right, so that kind of takes care of this situation. Now, I truthfully don't remember exactly where we were last episode in terms of moving other units, so let me clear out some of these. All right, here we go. Right, okay, our rogue still has a little bit of movement left. So one thing that would be nice would be clearing out these, some of these undead units. Now, Red Omen, I've never seen that before. Tier 3 support unit that has Throw Curse, Weakening, Phase, Energy Drain, Inflict Exhausting Fatigue, Night Vision, Incorporeal with Physical Protection. Very cool. I quite like that. Gains Inflict Spirit Breaking, Enabling Fever, Invoke Death at Elite rank. Wow. This could be a very powerful unit. But it would be nice to clear this out. That said, I really do want to get my rogue down and into the fight, and I think over here would be probably where more of the fight is going to happen. So I think what I'll do instead is I'm going to rely on this group coming down to clear out these structures, and instead I'm going to send my rogue over this way, and I think what we'll do is we'll fight our way through the undead and get over to the coast there where we can get into the water and then get over to help out with Falsor's kind of situation. And like I said, over here, we're going to keep this group going down. We'll probably grab the Ancient Ruin just because why not? We can clear it out, get some, maybe a spell out of it or something, an upgrade. So I think that would be good. Okay, nice. Let's jump to the Shadow Realm. All right, we were doing some work here with Ultmar. We were clearing things out around this dwelling, our vassal dwelling. Now, there's a few things we need to do up here. So one is clear out these roaming units. We want to grab these refugees while we're here. So let's see if maybe we can do that with our Exalted, perhaps. Very nice, expanding our population growth a little bit. Okay, we'll go here, regroup, and then let's engage this battle. And then we'll clear out that watchtower while we're here, just for the vision. It is very nice with this group having some extra healing coming from this Draconian Elder. Previously, we were kind of short on healing in this group, so it's nice to have the extra. Let's go and tangle them. Nice. Let's try it again over here as well. Perfect. All right, now we can just gang up on the assassin. Yeah, nice. There's some experience. Yeah, sure, why not? Then for some damage. Throw this on our hero, and then we are going to just charge in there and go real aggressive. Nice. Now, unfortunately, we're going to take an assassin strike next turn, I bet. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was expecting. That's all right, though. Now we can drop a big heal onto our Exalted. Perfect. And then why don't we just get the kill with our Archer? No problem. Step over and get the kill there, and then we can use our Exalted here. Perfect. Very nice. That takes care of that. Now we've got this watchtower being guarded by some High Elf Hearthguard, Swordsman, another Hearthguard. Should be able to handle that. So let's step up. Actually, we'll just back our hero up, regroup, and then move right up to it. Oh, interesting. Okay, so when these dryads, I forgot about this, when they hit gold medal, they evolve into a Hamadryad. Let's see what a Hamadryad is. Oh, wow, they have regrowth. They still have mind control immunity. They have entangling strike. Very cool. So they're almost a straight upgrade, really. That is very, very cool. I quite like that. Okay, well, we can try and get this one promoted as well. Glad that I noticed that, because that's more incentive to try to get them experience. All right. Well, let's drop a heal first of all onto our Exalted. Very nice. And then we can step right up, do a little damage here. And then, you know what? I'm perfectly fine to just let them come to us. I'm going to put my Exalted right there. I'm just let them come to us. No problem there. Exalted did a great job of tanking that damage. Okay, now our Dryad can step right up, flank them to death. We can step around with our Hamadryad. The only thing is Tangling Strike. Oh, okay, so that's just melee attacks from this unit have a chance to entangle their targets. Interesting. So it's applied on every strike. Look at that, 60% chance to entangle. That's incredible. Wow. Versus this one, you have to actually use Entangling Touch. Wow, now that is pretty cool. All right, now let's just get the kill here with the Exalted. Now we can blast the Swordsman. A little bit of damage there. A little bit of damage there. And then we can charge over and get the kill with our hero. No problem at all. Very cool. And like that, now we've got some really good vision up here. So we can at least see kind of what's going on around the dwelling. So, see, now the question is, what do we want to do with this? Do we want to just keep clearing structures? I mean, it would be ideal to get this unit maybe involved in some of the fighting outside of the Shadow Realm. And if I remember correctly, I think we saw... Yeah, so here, you can see that one of our opponents, in this case, it's the Draconian Rogue, has some territory in the Shadow Realm, so we need to deal with that. Thankfully, our Dreadnought with not one but two Exalted units and a Paladin who has Bestow Iron Heart and can heal, not to mention 2 Gold Medal Crusaders, is on the way over to start dealing with this. But we are going to need to fight in the Shadow Realm here, because really we don't want anyone challenging our position in the Shadow Realm. We have a really good initial hold on a number of areas here, so it would be great to just keep control and not let our Draconian opponent, you know, get a good foothold. So, you know what, as much as I do want to go clear these structures, I actually think it might be better to turn around and try to head back down. Alternatively, maybe go this direction. I don't truthfully think we are quite strong enough to clear out this structure. You know what, maybe, okay, I hate to say it, maybe I go and clear these out, get my Dryad up into a Hamadryad, and if I'm strong enough, maybe we could try out this Forbidden Sanctum. Alright, what the heck. I mean, it might not be the wisest move, but I'm going to go up here and clear these out. If nothing else, I'll at least get some rewards for doing so. Nice, okay, and we have our kind of hodgepodge group underground, mostly dwarves with a human sword banneret. We made friends, or at least made peace with some giants who might become our vassal eventually. I think we were just going to head over this way. Yeah, we should be able to clear out these guys, so let's do that. Shouldn't be too much trouble. Just have to play it smart. Take advantage of our defense here. Taking a little bit of damage, nothing we can't handle. So now, here's going to be the big thing. I think we take advantage of this natural terrain here and we try to funnel them in a little bit. So let's take our Crusader, park him right there. And our Banneret, park him there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to step up our Evangelist, buff our Swordsman there. Also get our Prospector in behind there a little bit. There we go. And then let's step up like this. Transfer pain. Alright, now I'm a little worried about our Prospector getting attacked by the cavalry, but... Okay, and they're... Actually, I didn't realize that they are mounted archers, so that's fine. They didn't end up... Yeah, High Elf Outrider as a warbow shot, so... Alright, that's fine. We can handle that. Now, one thing we could do is try a conversion here. So let's see. Maybe we can... I wonder... Oh, here we go. Let's get the flank shot with the Martyr. Excellent. And then maybe the kill here. Yes, there we go. And then we can carve right into them here now. So let's step right up. Go after the Initiate. Nice. Now, one thing I would love to do would be to get a conversion off here, if possible. Shoot. Okay, no such luck. All right, the Sword Banneret can then go tie up the Outrider. Should be fine. Let's see what happens next here. Ooh, using Sprint. Okay. Using 2 sprints there. All right. Let's heal our Prospector. Get our Martyrs moving back here and get a flank shot. Excellent. And then our Prospector can step off. Get a flank there. I think our Crusader, we're just going to charge after the Outrider. While our Sword Banneret, we're going to go get the kill on the Glade Runner. There we go. And then this should end quickly. From this point on. Let's see, can the Martyr get a hit? No. Prospector can, though. Alright, let's just get the kill there with, excuse me, with our Crusader. Alright. Now, the inn itself does have an Orc Dread Chariot. Wow, I've never heard of that. Oh, very cool. It's pulled by some, like, bears. It's got Fear Strike, Overwhelm, War Cry. It's considered cavalry with charge. Mounted, armored. That's kind of a scary looking unit. I like that. Very cool. But I don't have the gold to waste on that, so we'll just keep cruising this direction. There's some treasure we can grab on our way by. All right, we've got this warlord as well. Now, he is moving down through the mountains here to help get down, start clearing some of these structures out, and link up with our Shadow Elf city here. And then maybe head down to clear things out around our Dwarven vassal, or excuse me, our Dragon vassal. We could clear out this Archon fort and then maybe some of these other structures here. And it might be nice to even bring this dragon dwelling into the fold eventually. Although, that, you know, we'll have to see if that works out. Okay, Narmbach. Let's just make sure there's no other... Yeah, okay, we don't have any other units to move. So, let's focus on Narmbach here a little bit. So, can produce some really good Evangelists and Crusaders out of here, that's for sure. Now, the question is, you know, this might be another city where, we could make a harbor and get some boats going as well. That's not a horrendous idea. But I think having one city that makes boats is probably sufficient. Just seeing if there's any upgrades that might be useful. Oh, it'd be nice to get this dungeon cleared out and then able to be in the domain of the city. That would be something special. That would make our Orc Crusaders that much stronger because Slaughter Pits, produced infantry units have killing momentum and +2 physical damage. So that would make them pretty deadly. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Let's do an observatory then just to get that expansion going. Alternatively, oh, hang on. Orc Son of the Maw. Now that is pretty cool. I don't know what that is. Maybe we just do the Celestial Chamber because we have access to the Exalted, so... Other than the Observatory, maybe we just go for that. Yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. There we go. Now, these units have already done their thing, I think. Yeah, we're going to group them up and head underground. Osthiel. I think we're more or less just holding steady with merchandise there. And that's going to do it for our turn. So let's jump down here. And unfortunately, I think we are going to surrender our unguarded city. But we shall see. Now, so far, our allies are still doing all right. Both Farnor and Icorian. Again, I don't want to, jinx anything, but so far they haven't really been attacked, and they're doing okay. I think we've done a pretty good job of keeping our opponents kind of occupied. Got a couple units just kind of hanging out, to try to help a little. Really, I haven't had to do much for them, which has been kind of good. That said, I don't want to get complacent because really, as I've mentioned before, one of my main goals for this series was to keep my allies alive, so definitely got to make sure we do that. I think Icorian is underground, if I remember correctly last time I checked. Yeah, he's got a few cities now. Yeah, he's doing all right. I'm not sure where Icorian himself is, but is that him? Yeah, there he is. Oh, it'd be nice for... He needs to have more units in his stack. He could get jumped so easily. Back to the surface here. Looks like Burma did... Oh, and look at that. Edward is moving in to try to steal the city away as well. Doesn't look like he had enough movement to get there. So it looks like instead, Falsor is going to reclaim his former throne city. Burma's turn already happened. It looks like Burma didn't actually attack me or anything or start massing any units that I can see. All right, here we go. Let's see. Huh. Now, isn't that interesting? I'm surprised. I really thought that... Wow. I'm very surprised he didn't just step in and take the city from me. It's literally unguarded. I mean, now we have Edward moving in. We wouldn't be able to fight against this either, so... The sad thing, though, is that if I'd have known that he wasn't going to just attack the city, I would have moved probably my rogue in, and I think with the units we have with the rogue, that might have been enough to repel the invading army here. That's kind of sad. Oh, and it's only 2 more turns till we have this Lizardman Quarreler who could really help us out. I mean, I could get this priest back to the city. I just don't think it's going to matter at this point. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but oh well. The more important thing here is to, really make sure we get a good grip on the area that we've captured now down here. We're going to reinforce Falsor as much as we can. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Lots of things happened. So we had a domain invasion at Arrowmont. We saw that. The domain invasion. Oh, look at this. Now, this is a problem. Okay, we've got a Draconian Tempest. This is a tier 3 infantry. A couple of Grimbeak Crows threatening our Archon Dwelling, which would be a real shame to lose because we've invested a ton into it. Again, I've been leaving it unguarded, which is really not a great idea, obviously. Now, let's see. Can we get some units over there to assist? Fortunately, not in time, so we're probably going to lose our dwelling. That really sucks. Okay, we got to keep that one in mind. Let's see. Leicester. Okay, that's just some roaming units. Nothing to sweat about there. Some items have shown up. We got a heavy mana drill. That's good if we end up underground. That's not so bad. And then our holy symbol showed up. Okay, alliance proposal. Nice. Yes, absolutely. I'd like them to become my vassal. This is a merfolk dwelling. Being guarded by some mermaids there. That's very cool. Some joint offers, which we're going to probably ignore for now. Nice. We finished that enchanted armory. That's excellent. So the next step now is going to be probably making a barracks. And oh, and look at this. Oh, this is Farnor. Okay, I was like, oh, we're getting attacked. But no. It's a settler coming from Farnor. I wonder if he's going to try and settle a city somewhere by me. Maybe, oh, actually, he might go underground. That's probably where he's headed. Yeah. I'm just looking here. I think probably going for a barracks would be wise. Once we have the barracks, then we can do the war hall, and then after that, we can go for the, as I mentioned, the tier 3 racial infantry units. We do need to build a few units, though, to be able to capture this Castle of the Lich King. But I think getting the barracks going wouldn't be bad, so let's get that done. Now, in our throne city, we're still working on the Holy of Holies so that we're able to make Shrines of Smiting. Now, we have Paid Absolution ready to go, but I might actually want to summon some cherubs or something instead. I'm going to have to think about it. We finished this little martyr down here, right? We're starting to build a bit of an army. Would be nice to clear these guys out because they are very annoying. But enough about that. Let's see. So, going to start with this group here. Let's first go and clear this out. Then Orc Rusher, Magic Servant, and 2 Berserkers. All right, we should be able to handle that without too much drama. But let's see. I'm a very big fan of this stack. I really like the units I've got in here. It's not, you know, the most advanced group or anything. It's mostly tier 2 units, but I really do quite like what I've got going on. Okay, so our Oppressor and our Crusader. I'm going to step over and buff the Crusader. These Crusaders are just absolute monsters. They're so powerful, especially with a lot of the upgrades that I have on them. They have been tremendously useful. Blast those Berserkers here, and then we'll put our Berry in front. Leave off our cavalry in behind to get them ready to do some flanking. Ooh, ouch. Taking that magic damage. That is not nice. Alright, well, we got to deal with these magic servants then, so let's make that happen. Let's get a sprint going. We can hit him twice. Nice, okay. We can get the finish right here, actually, which is good. Perfect. Now, the Oppressor's in pretty rough shape. Cavalry can charge in for these Berserkers, actually, which isn't bad. So let's do it. We'll War Cry, charge in and hit the Berserkers. And then we can step over. Actually, you know what? We could go for the Convert, but I think I'd rather just keep my stack healthy. So let's heal up the Oppressor. And then the Crusader can just hang out in defense mode. Go from there. Nice job. Crusader tanking all that damage. Cavalry doing a pretty good job. And unfortunately, the Berserker has mind control immunity, I believe. Announce them as heretics because why not? See who needs some experience still? The Crusader's in good shape. Cavalry's gold medal. Everybody's pretty much gold medal. Barry Pixie isn't. All right, let's just send the Crusader around, get the flank kill. Nice, and that victory rush of being an orc is coming in handy there. We got some chainmail pants. Sure, I'll take that. Now let me double check which heroes could use some leg gear. Let's see here. All right, here's Falsor. He does not have any leg gear. Our rogue does. Our lizard man rogue does. Our warlord doesn't. Actually, neither of our warlords do. Pretty much everybody's missing pants, so that's great. Okay, well, we've got some pants, so let's send them over to who needs them. Let's just see who's closest. So, yeah, let's send him to our warlord here. Now, with this group, again, we want to probably head down here. I think we'll deal with the spawning structure since we're in the neighborhood. You know what? We can even have a little bit of assistance from some of our other units here. And then let's engage this battle and get this structure cleared out. Presumably, we're going to recruit this dwelling here as a vassal shortly, so it would be nice to get this dealt with. All right, let's see who needs some healing. Crusader could definitely use some, so let's get that going. We're going to get aggressive here. Excellent. Cutthroat's going to get blasted for some damage. Barry's going to charge in and get the kill. Oppressor's going to step up. Excellent. Taking a bit of damage, nothing we can't handle. That's totally fine. Step on up. Grab a unit, because why not? Halfling farmer and a shock hatchet. I'm going to sell that for gold. And we will regroup here. All right. Yeah, and that should be good for that group of units for this turn. Now, our rogue is going to, as I mentioned, probably head over and just go after these undead. I'm a little bit nervous about fighting this Archon Revenant Titan Champion, who could be a bit of a monstrous unit for us to face. Wouldn't be bad to maybe clear out that Lost Library as well on our way through, but you know what, we could even clear out this Heart of the Blight on our way through as well. Oh boy, decisions, as always. Now, do we have... We do have Befriend Animal. We could try and maybe grab this giant red beetle, I guess. For what it's worth. Alright, let's give it a shot. My only worry is that this stack doesn't have much for healing. I was going to say, I think we're mostly relying on the Seer for that, if I'm not mistaken, or even entirely. Let's do some blasting here. Very nice. It's a good charge. And then let's let them come on down to us. Our Mammoth's probably going to get hit pretty good here. Yeah, there's a weaken, and then it's going to get... Okay, they're just throwing weaken on us. That's fine. You know what? Let's just get in there and start killing them, because I don't think it's worth us risking too much in this battle. Let's just see if we can get some kills. Ooh, there, we can do some pretty hefty damage, actually. And then a nice flank kill. Excellent. Now, let's see if we can get over there and befriend an animal. Excellent. Okay, that's great. Now, we just need to deal with the Blight Elemental that's left. We can step up here. Okay, that'll do it. No worries there. Regrowth taking care of that. Let's see if we can ensnare him in a net. No such luck. I don't think anybody really needs some healing other than our beetle, so let's do that. And then... Ooh, we could try for an Assassin Strike, actually, so let's make that happen. Very nice. Perfect. Now, the only unfortunate thing I realized is we used the buff that we had from the Shrine of the Guardian Angel on this battle, which now means we won't have it when we're fighting the undead. But, you know what? I think that's probably okay. Alright, let's see if we can get over there and make this happen. Oof. Again, I'm a little nervous. I mean, we don't technically have to even fight them, but I think it'll be okay. We've got plenty of, like, spirit damage and whatnot, so I think we'll be fine. Ooh, if I were a Necromancer, I would be just excited for this one, because I'd try to get this Revenant Titan Champion on my side, but as I am not, we are just trying to clear this out with minimal damage here. Blast for a little damage. I think we're going to be fine, because like I said, we've got a pretty good amount of spirit-based damage. I mean, we've got the Vampire Hunters here. We've got our Seer. We've got lots of units that deal the right types of damage, so I think we're going to be fine. Ooh, and I didn't pay attention to the movement range of that guy. Yikes. Cranked our Seer for some big damage. That was not fun. Now, we could try for a turn undead here, actually. That's not the worst idea. 56% odds of it working. Alright, let's do the blank first. Oof, ouch. Okay, let's try for that. Okay, resisted it. Still took some damage, though. That's good. Our Mammoth Rider can charge over and get the kill there. Nice. You know what? Let's see if maybe we can get an immobilization on the Revenant over here. No such luck. Dang it. Okay. Ooh, and I didn't realize this infantry is still up and running. You know what? Let's see. Maybe we can get... Yeah, let's go over here. Try for the web. Nice. Okay, that's going to help us out a little bit. The Seer, on the other hand, I think what we'll do is we'll just drop a self-heal. Although... Yeah. Okay, no. We're going to drop self-heal. Let's just hope this guy doesn't kill anybody. Yeah, we can't afford to lose our Seer, that's for sure. All right, no worries there. Let's see if we can throw a net on. Actually, let's try Turn Undead again. Okay, resisted again, but took some more damage. Let's see, we can flank him. Turn him around, which is what we needed. And then let's see, our Seer can step back. Blast him. Nice, there's a big kill from our Seer. Okay, and then now we've just got a couple units over there that need to die, so let's make that happen. There's one. There's two. And there's three. Perfect. Fantastic. All right, now, problem is that obviously this dwelling is dedicated to evil and will not really like me all that much. That said, I could release them as a vassal. Wouldn't be the worst idea. I mean, if I raise them or plunder them, I'm going to get negative alignment. So I think I'm just going to release them as a vassal, to be perfectly honest. And then I will group up. Like I said, I could have cleared out this lost library, but I really do want to get over and into the fight as soon as I'm able to. So we're going to hop in the water next turn, I think. But I am glad with how this turned out. All right, now, our boats here unfortunately don't have the ability to heal just yet because we need that Master's Guild. So, oh, and I forgot, we have this Lord of the Deep. He's going to be extremely useful. So maybe what we'll do instead is we'll just... One of these cherubs is going to just have to kind of maybe go off and do his own thing for a little bit. Let's go do a little bit of scouting, maybe. You know what? It wouldn't be the worst to maybe go scout down here and see what we can find. So let's do that. In the meantime here, we'll group this stack up. I still don't think it's worth us trying out these Monument of the Ashen Rose. I just, you know, it's pretty high risk. I just don't think it's worth it. Let's send this group underground, though, while we're looking over in this direction. Okay. Now that this group is down here, the question is, what do we want to do? I'm thinking we go clear this out right away. Would make some sense. Once we do that, then we can decide exactly where we want to go from there. Jump back up. All right, now, our boats plus our Lord of the Deep. Just looking kind of where the water would lead us here. We could head down and go for that sunken city. I think it might be better to go north here and see if, yeah, and that's going to give us more access to the open water. So let's group up. We'll head that way. Cruise along the coast here a little bit. Send our Lord of the Deep with them. And maybe along the way we can find a way to heal us a little more easily. Because, again, I don't think we're going to be able to here at the harbor. I think what we'll do is we'll throw on the Master's Guild for production after the Galleon. Yeah, join offers galore. Like I said, we're going to more or less ignore those. Let's see what else we've got. Production choices. Okay, here we go. Armies to move. We're going to tell this unit to continue to just hang out. Help kind of guard and whatnot. Over here, it'd be nice to have another unit for this battle, or this stack, I mean. Maybe another Crusader would be good. Let's make one more. They can just keep chilling until they have more units. Now, this group, I am going to gently check on this city. Ooh, wow, okay. So we've got 2 Frost tanks, some Lizardman Circle Throwers, Lizardman Chameleon, and a Lizardman Settler. So this is a Lizardman city that is not the throne. Unfortunately, I just don't think we are strong enough because they've got a wall. So we are not going to be able to clear that out. However, one thing we could do is once we get the rogue over, I think then with this little group, if they survive, that is, along with the rogue, I think we'll have enough to win that fight, or at least to, make it competitive. I'm so tempted to just keep the unit there to try to deter him from attacking me, but I think he's going to attack anyway. Yeah. You know what? Whatever. I don't need this. I'm going to keep him there just for fun. I mean, that unit's basically a throwaway at that point, so now over here we're going to make landfall, get over to the city. Once we have this city absorbed, we can maybe start making units out of there, which would be helpful. Maybe we can go clear out that dungeon, get things going. Now, Falsor, I think we probably want to go up this way and see what we can find. Do have to be a little bit cautious. Okay, there's another city. Ooh, and look at that. There's Burma himself. All right, so we have our target. The only problem is there's 2 Sphinx, an Evangelist, a Dreadnought, and Burma himself. Not to mention there might be units hiding that we can't see. So that's a pretty tall order. I mean, we had a lot of trouble in that other siege, and this city also has Enchanted Thread, so I don't know. I think we're going to need reinforcement before we're able to do that. That said, I'm glad I at least know where Burma is. All right, this group in the Shadow Realm here. There's not a whole lot for them to clear up that way. Let's just get them going along the road here. Okay, this group, yeah, we were going to start clearing some structures, so let's do that. Thinking we can probably do a few of these in auto combat. I'm a little nervous about it, but let's try it. Oh, whoops. Okay, never mind. We'll just do it manually. I meant to click auto combat, but you know what? Maybe it's better that I do it myself, just to make sure. Alright, we'll do Dragon Ancestry. Throw this on our hero. They're not going to come to us, so... Alright, let's start walking out to them. Have to watch out for the Shadow Elf Apprentice. They can do some pretty decent amount of damage there with their ranged attacks. We're just going to get aggressive. Charge right in. Like I said, very aggressive here. Light up that Wisp. Nice. There's the kill there. That's perfect. And then we will advance our Dryad and Hamadryad. Taking a little bit of damage. Nothing we can't handle. Dryad here. Let's go for the... Oh, we can't. Okay, that's fine. Get the kill here. Then we will go for the Entangle. Nice. Who needs that healing? Probably our Exalted. Yep. No worries there. Let's get some experience with our Hamadryad. Nice. Our hero can move in and get the finish. Excellent. Keeper Brooch of the Valley. Extra resistance and blight protection. That's not bad at all. I will take that. And I think I'm going to send that off to one of my other heroes. You know what? Let's send it maybe to my Dwarf Warlord who's nearby. Yeah, there we go. We'll give it to him. Okay. Now we can clear out this next. You know what? Let's let him run. Easy peasy. And then since we're in the neighborhood, let's do this one as well. This will be a little bit trickier. Oh, you know what? Sure, let him run. Absolutely. Ooh, and look at this. Decent shield. Some good leg gear. We know we need more of that, so let's grab that. You know what? We'll even move our hero onto it. Oh, and you know what? This is perfect leg gear for Altmar because it's going to give him Pounce, which he's already extremely tanky and able to get into the fight. That's going to make him that much stronger. Now this shield, I don't know if any of my heroes still need a shield. Just take a quick look. Got some pants coming his way and another jewel item. Yeah, we got a mind control immunity shield. I think our Dreadnought would benefit from something else besides that. Actually, Falsor doesn't have a shield. Maybe we just send it over to him. You know what? Let's do that. We'll send it to Falsor for now. The only problem is it's going to take a while to get there. I think I'd rather actually send it to the Dreadnought. Okay, so that gets them a little bit more experience. So now we can think about maybe trying that. I still think probably not, but you never know. Oops, and I kind of didn't get my hero back into the stack. That's all right. We'll just have to regroup them. Okay, now our Dreadnought, we are going to head down, see what's going on down here. So let's make that happen. Ooh, okay. Pretty well defended. We've got Draconian Archdruid, Draconian Theocrat, a couple of Dwarven and Draconian units. Yeah, we're going to have our work cut out for us. I was going to clear out this Flowrock Quarry on the way through, but might be better to just go and fight first while we're strong enough. Ooh, and there is a wall on the city, too. That's going to make this pretty tricky. I think we're strong enough. I think we can do it. Ooh, it's telling us probable defeat. You know what? I don't know. Let's see, with the aid of that wall, they might actually be right. I don't think we really have any units to help with backup at the moment. No. Again, unfortunately, we're going to be losing this dwelling here shortly. Let's send this group over just to see if we can make it get over there. I don't think it's going to really matter, sadly. Yeah. So, our Dreadnought's kind of on his own, and this is a pretty strong group. You know, if they weren't defending a city, I wouldn't even think twice. We could definitely win this battle, or at least have a good chance to win it. So we got some pretty powerful units, but, you know, these guys both have Resurgence. Yeah, so if they end up dying, it's fine. Crusaders, we know how strong and tanky our Crusaders can be. The heroes could cause us some problems just with spell casting and whatnot. You know, to be honest, I think we could handle it. I mean, really, the only ranged units they have are the Forge Priest and the Elder. The only problem is, of course, I'm Shadow Elves, which means I have fire weakness. We do have Forge Aprons in effect, though, which is at least making us neutral to it. Yeah, and I don't really have any units to help reinforce. So, let's make a Night Guard up here. Get a couple units going at this city just to, like, help us with maybe some cannon fodder. That's a tough call. You know, that's a really tough decision. I think I'm going to procrastinate on this one. So, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to ask for your help on this one. So, do you think my Dreadnought's army is strong enough here? We've got 2 Gold Medal Shadow Elf Crusaders. You know, very tanky, 70 health. We've got a Archon Paladin with Bestow Iron Heart. We've got 2 Shadow Elf Exalted, although they haven't gained any experience really yet. And then we've got our Dreadnought Hero, who's got Guardian Flame. Don't think he has really much else in the way of spells that's going to be helpful. He's got Flashbang. He's got Force Field. He's only able to use one of these spells, so he'd be able to use one spell one time. So we could use Force Field maybe to help protect one of our troops as they head in. Protect them against that fire damage maybe. But let me know what you guys think. We'd be up against Archdruid and a Theocrat, Draconian Assassin, a Dwarf Forge Priest, a Draconian Raptor, Draconian Elder, and then a Draconian Thunderbrave, which has a Fire Lance, which is kind of like a blunderbuss type weapon, as well as 2 Hellhounds. So, I don't know. I mean, they'd also have the wooden wall here, as you can see. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. We're going to hold off on making that decision, and then we'll deal with everything else before we wrap up the episode here. Ooh, now we've got some roaming units that need to be dealt with. It'd be nice to grab this treasure. You know what? We'll use the Prospector. There we go. And then let's head over. Now, is this a... Yeah, it's a neutral city. Okay, so let's fight these Zombie Horse, Skeleton Warrior, and Lost Soul here. Okay, so we are going to use our Martyr to transfer pain on the Evangelist, and we're going to shift our Evangelist over and buff the Crusader, and then we will hang out like this and like this and let them come right at us. Yep, no problem there. Handling it just fine. Throw on that defensive strike. Excellent kill there. Drop a heal on the swordsman. I think the martyr step up like this and get a nice flank shot. Very good. Kill the zombie horse. Now it's just the lost soul left. Perfect. Very, very nice. And we want to try and get this martyr to level up, get another exalted out of it. All right. Now, let's see. Can we make contact? Okay, we've got an orc village. Negotiate with them. They want 75 gold to sign that peace treaty. I'm not really interested in that at the moment. I would much rather just have them talk to me when they're ready. That said, you know, it wouldn't be bad having a city down here. Even if it's a vassal. You know what? All right. I'll spend the gold on it. And then hopefully in a couple of turns we can turn them into our vassal. And then what we'll do is we'll head down and we'll clear this out, this Flowrock Quarry. This guy's going to group up with us as well. Arnor's turn is basically... Or, excuse me, Falsor's turn is done. I think we're just going to hold out right there. We have a martyr here. I think he's just going to continue. We were maybe going to send him to join in. But I think it's better to at least have somebody guarding the city, even if it's just the one unit. Not that it does much. All right, here we go. We can use our warlord finally. Got through that area. Now we can start clearing these structures. They don't want to fight. Sure, let them run. Nice, a fell horse and a shield. Take that. We don't have a mount for this hero currently. So sure, we'll grab the fell horse. And the shield, again, I don't think really... Oh, you know what? We can send that over to Falsor. Although he already has 100% frost protection, so maybe it would be better served with somebody else. Got a shield item. Ah, it's the mind control immunity one for our rogue, so really not that incredible. And our Shadow Elf Dreadnought. Yeah, let's send it to the Shadow Elf Dreadnought, actually, then. Also fairly close by. Perfect. Okay. And then we've already got that cleared out, so now maybe we head over to the Crystal Tree. And then once we've done that, we can clear out the Glass Furnace, maybe try out this structure here, grab some gold, and then head down to try and help out with the dragons down there. Either that, or we make a beeline here to try to get over and help out our Shadow Elf Dreadnought, who's in a fight now. The other thing I have to decide is, do I want to maybe cancel Paid Absolution and try and throw on, you know, maybe not that it's going to make that big of a difference, but throw on a Cherub or something to try to deter them from attacking. I think they're probably going to just go for it regardless, but, you know, it'd be nice to at least try to deter them. So that's another thing I'd like to ask you guys. What do you think? You know, should I just go ahead and cast Paid Absolution on one of my other cities? Or should I, you know, maybe cancel this, switch over to summoning a Cherub or a Dire Penguin? I'm thinking probably a Cherub. But, you know, try to deter them a little bit from taking this dwelling. Again, I was getting complacent in the Shadow Realm. I was so, you know, I'd been basically unchallenged up to this point. And so I wasn't really worried about defending my cities. But clearly I do need to defend them. So, all right, I think that's probably going to do it for the episode here. I just want to double check. Yeah, so nobody else really to move besides our Dreadnought. Well, all in all, I mean, this has been, you know, some very interesting developments. The good news is, okay, we definitely have, you know, powerful troops moving down to assist finally, because really the only pressure we've had down here has been Falsor himself. So it is nice that we're finally getting some other units down here to assist as well. But it, you know, again, it's definitely, we're still in a very tough position, mainly just because, you know, our opponents are all still in the game here. We're getting into turn 45 now, so very shortly we're going to start having stacks of tier 4 units coming, knocking down our door. So we have to be ready for that. But all in all, again, I'm pretty happy with how things are going. And like I said, our 2 teammates are still alive and kicking, which is excellent. So let's save it right here. We will call this one episode 17. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.